AITA for refusing to clean up the rubbish my boyfriend purposely pulled out of the bin and dumped on the driveway so he could fill it with his own rubbish? Yesterday my F27 boyfriend M29 went to take out a bag of household rubbish to put it in the outside bin. I am usually the only one who takes out the rubbish, so I was pleasantly surprised when I saw him taking out the rubbish for once. Little to my knowledge, when he took the bag of rubbish outside, the outdoor bin was already full, with the top being some loose items like his old baseball caps and other random items I had thrown out from a wardrobe clean-out earlier in the week. He had opened up the bin, pulled all of these loose items out, thrown them on the ground beside the bin and put the bag in, and then walked back inside. He didn't say a word, and I only realized this morning when I got in my car to go to work and saw all the rubbish beside the house. I was running late, so I didn't pick it up. When I got home, I brought in the empty bins from the street and set them beside the rubbish that was strewn across the footpath/driveway beside the house, leaving the mess for him to clean up. He gets home not long after and comes inside and asks, "Why didn't you put the bins back where they go?" And I responded, "Because you left rubbish all over the ground." His smirk quickly turned into a scowl and he says, "Well, I guess the bins are staying where they are then." I responded by saying, "You made the mess, why is it up to me to clean up after you?" And he just closed the door and walked away. He's been in a foul mood ever since and is barely acknowledging me. Am I the a-hole for not cleaning up his mess? I really don't understand the logic behind pulling loose items out of a bin when he could have simply placed the bag beside the bin and waited until it was emptied to put it in. I'm bothered because I pretty much always do all of the household chores, aside from handiwork, which he does, and feel like I'm always expected to clean up after him. He even scolds me for putting away items he constantly leaves laying around the house, and gets annoyed when I wash his laundry because it wasn't even dirty, yet it was in the pile of dirty clothes in the bathroom, right next to the laundry basket.
Relevant comment. Gadasafku. Info, you mentioned the items he removed were his hats and things you cleaned from the wardrobe. Could this be his passive-aggressive way of saying he doesn't appreciate you throwing out his stuff?
OP. A good point to bring up. However, these are items I went through with him and he explicitly said he didn't want any more. They were actually dropped off a couple months ago with a bunch of other items from by his mom, who was also trying to clean out her place of his items. I even asked what he wanted to do with them, give them away, donate them, and he said he didn't care. They've been sitting in a box in our wardrobe for a few weeks because I never got around to donating them, thus the clean out. Not all of these items were his either, just the hats that happened to be at the top of the bin at the time. Update. Hi again all. It's been a couple weeks and things haven't really improved. He did, however, end up picking up the rubbish the following day and refused to speak of it again, so no real answers on that front. I took the advice from my last post to stop doing all the housework by myself. I've gone out and bought my own laundry hamper and washing basket for my own clean laundry, since my current one is sitting in the bedroom full of his laundry he refuses to fold and put away for the last 9-ish days. I will be doing my laundry only. I've stopped picking up all of his odds and ends scattered around the house, including his socks in the living room, jumpers strewn across the couch and dining chairs, dirty dishes in the living room and study, to name a few. I've asked him not to touch my meal prep, which he always takes. I'm on a diet and trying to lose weight, so he often takes one of my small calorie-controlled meals and then makes himself some rice and cheese to fill up on. I'm hoping he will start to realize just how much I actually do, though I'm not counting on it. Today we got in another argument over a trivial matter. I have a weatherproof storage box at our front door for deliveries, to keep them safe and out of sight. I get pretty regular delivers with dog treats and other random items, so the delivery box gets used regularly. Well, it's right by our driveway where he parks his work car. And he's started to use my delivery box to dump random items, bags and dirty work clothes in when he needs to make space in his car for work-related items. At first I didn't mind and understood he was in a hurry to get to work and it was convenient to use the box, but I asked him not to make a habit of it and to empty the box ASAP so it could be used for its purpose. Yesterday he filled it up again with ratchet straps, hard hat and dirty clothes, and I came home to 3 parcels sitting outside, exposed to the weather and in plain sight of the street. I pulled his items out of the box and placed them beside it, behind a large pillar so out of view from the street. He made a huge deal of it and has been lecturing me all day about how I shouldn't dump his things outside the front of the house. I told him there is no other circumstance where I would ever do that, and reminded him he was using my delivery box despite me asking him multiple times not to. He didn't care that my deliveries were left out for the day, but dirty work clothes and some ratchet straps are more important? He told me if I can't see why I'm the one in the wrong, then we're going to have issues. On top of this, I bought a hall table at the shops today. Set it up myself, and he walks over and starts lecturing me for taking over his house. When I moved in, the only furniture he owned was his bed, a dining table, a couch, and a TV unit, no TV. He owns a 5-bedroom house. It was empty. He saw my old place and would admire how homely I had made it. Now he resents me for trying to make this house a home. So, Reddit, now I'm looking up rentals in both my local area, close to my new job, and back in my hometown, 1.5 HRS away from my new job. I haven't told him.